Union Minister Piyush Goyal is in Tel Aviv, Israel, and it is his first visit to the country as the Commerce Minister, where he is leading a 60-member delegation in what is being seen as a mega trade push. On the proposed FTA or free trade agreement between India and Israel, there has been big development as both countries have finalized the terms of reference. This would formally launch negotiations for the free trade agreement, and the next step will be to finalize the dates for the starting negotiations. As Union Minister Piyush Goyal's visit will also focus on ways to boost bilateral trade and investments. Listen into what he said and what Israeli Economy and Industry Minister Nir Barkat said.
We have followed up on the September signing of a bilateral investment agreement with the signing of the terms of reference, the first point before beginning negotiations for a free trade agreement. This will certainly, an FTA between these two countries will certainly be a stepping stone to greater trade in goods and services, encourage investment, provide stability and predictability to our economic relations, ease regulation, promote mutual recognition of professions, and help support the shared prosperity of both countries.
I was in India before the war, and I think that we're all busy with ourselves. India is busy with itself, and we're busy. And I think that December last year, in 24, I flew in to speak to Mr. Piyush Goyal, to the minister, and we realized that we have a huge opportunity. I think India is not just focused on itself. It's becoming a major global player, much more open to collaborate, and that's exactly what Israel wants from our side. So when we said, okay, if we want a good deal between the two countries, let's exchange missions. So I brought a big mission on the biggest ever coming from Israel in February. I think we're both surprised by the chemistry, by the quality of the discussions.
Well, my colleague Siddharth also spoke with the chair of Israel Economic Council and chairman CII, and here's what they said about India trade agreement and India-Israel trade agreement and the potential trade opportunities between the two countries.
I think that the fact that both economies are growing, and given that we have the infrastructure for a good trade relationship, our mutual trade could grow at a very high rate. I wouldn't be surprised if it grew at 10% annually. You would have, of course, heard of the India-Middle Eastern corridor. You would have also heard of I2, in which, of course, there's been a lot of cooperation between India, United Arab Emirates, United States, and Israel. But given the shadow of conflict that we've typically seen in the region for a very long time, how significant is that roadblock in terms of this kind of multilateral cooperation? Now that the war is ending, yes, it's about to end. I hope that it's about to end. All those opportunities that were waiting for us before the war began.
What are your expectations on this visit? India and Israel have had very strong economic and broader relationship, and I think we are seeing gradual strengthening of that relationship. There's a lot of complementarity in that relationship. So I think the most important thing is the trust, the economic complementarity is very strong. Now, how can we translate that into greater economic benefit for all the stakeholders involved? And I think that's the main goal of this trip. So I'm very hopeful that this will lead to greater amount of economic tie-up, economic benefit, maybe some signaling of starting of the FTA negotiations, and over a period of time, India and Israel getting into FTA, which will help in translating some of these opportunities into real business on the ground.